Welcome to Good Groceries with Tiffany and
your mama.
So my mom is back, guys. Pal, Miss Pal. As you guys have been calling her Miss Pal and Auntie Pal and all of that in the comments. And you got fans, sister girl.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes, God is good. So we just want to thank you guys for all of the support that you've been giving my channel. And I'm so blessed to be able, so many of you said that too. You are so blessed to be able to be cooking with your mama. Yes, I am. I am blessed and I don't take it for granted. So mama, what birthday did you celebrate this year?
Oh, my 80th, June the 4th. 80 years old.
How does that feel?
Well, you have to learn how to be 80. You don't just wake up and know how to be old. So that's a whole nother process. You know, stuff, your mind is still 13.
Not your mind.
Your mind is still 13, active and moving around and doing stuff and want to do stuff. And then your body say, oh, you can forget that.
Your mind be doing something else, but your body be like, girlfriend.
We're not doing that anymore.
We're not
Period.
doing that
Anymore.
Like
No.
not never.
And then, you know what? After you get the adjustment, then you say, oh, well, I don't want to do that anymore.
That part.
Yeah, I don't have to. And the best part about that getting old is I don't gotta.
You don't gotta?
I don't
What does
gotta.
that mean?
I ain't gotta get up in the morning and cook this. I ain't gotta take them over here to the school. I gotta take them to the doctor. I gotta go pick up somebody. I gotta go shopping. I gotta go grocery. I ain't gotta do nothing but get to heaven.
Come on.
That's it.
Come on now. You heard it from Miss Pal. All right. My comments are bursting with the cornbread recipe. You gave the people cornbread and milk when we made dressing last year. And a lot of people want to know how to make cornbread from scratch. You taught me how to make cornbread when I was little. So when I was little for the holidays, I think I was probably around maybe 7. My mom started making me make the cornbread. She would say, Tiffany, get in here. She'd sit me down at the table and all I could do was make cornbread. And I say, how? She said, read the instructions. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is all my family has ever used. This is what has been in our family's dressing since you were little. This is what we used. And when I was little, this is what we used. It's worked for us. Now there's a whole lot of cornmeals out there, a whole lot of cornbread recipes. But this is what worked for who?
It works for us.
It works for us.
They have changed though. It used to be grainy. Now it's real powdery.
It's a finer grain.
Yeah.
It's finer now. It used to be a little bit more coarse grain.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a little finer now. So the cornbread texture is a little bit different from what we remember, but it's still good. And
it still cracks on the top.
Still cracks on the top. And we'll show you what we're talking about when the cornbread is done.
Yeah.
All right, y'all ready to put it together? Here's our groceries. So we already said it. Albert's white cornmeal. We don't use yellow. We don't use blue. We don't do any of that. Now, if you do that, God bless your heart and all your parts. We use white.
Yellow is for fish only.
You heard it. You heard it. She said it.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Well, yeah.
Because it tastes totally different.
It does, actually.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different of a taste. So here we go. And we're using the recipe on the box. It's so easy. We're doubling the recipe though. So follow along. We're going to start with our dry ingredients. We have 2 cups of cornmeal going in the bowl. 2 cups of all-purpose flour.
Now, you know what? I cheat with the flour.
You do? What do you do?
I don't put a complete cup, almost, but I found that if I don't use all of that flour, I have a more grainy cornmeal.
A coarser cornmeal.
Yeah, of course, that's the word. So I don't use a full cup of flour.
You don't? See, I use 2 full cups. Maybe that's why my cornbread tastes a little bit different than yours.
It's still good though.
It's still good, but see? Then you know how you always wonder when you taste something that you cook and you like, it's not like my mama's though. See, that's why those little tricks, I didn't know anything about the trick. You told me to follow the instructions, Miss Powell.
Well, yeah, I was too, but then I figured it
You
out.
figured it out. See?
A little less flour.
You was cooking from the spirit.
Oh yeah, well, all the time, spirit in the taste. 'Cause
Spirit in the tongue.
sometimes you don't have all the ingredients, so you have to just spirit get in there.
I know that's right. Because we got to pray just to make it in this cornbread. All right. Okay, so we have a half a cup of sugar. The recipe calls for a quarter of a cup of sugar, but since we're doubling the recipe, we have a half a cup of sugar. 2 teaspoons. I use kosher salt because that's just what I like. If you're using table salt is saltier than kosher salt. So maybe you want to use 1.5 teaspoons. So it just depends, you know. And then 2 tablespoons of baking powder, not soda, baking powder. And we've always used Clabber Girl baking powder. We've used that.
Baking soda gives you a different taste.
It's a different taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we don't want that taste.
No, we don't want that
We
taste.
don't want that. We don't want that. So we're going to mix our dry ingredients together. This is important. Please do this. You have to mix the dry ingredients together because once you wet this mixture, and if that baking powder is not mixed in here well, it can get in a chunk somewhere and you won't have a beautifully lifted pan of cornbread.
True.
Okay?
True.
That's true. I learned that from my mama. No cooking show, no chef taught me that. I learned that from my mama.
Well, mixing is always good. Mix your dry ingredients. Yeah.
Yeah. Always.
But see, when I was a kid, Mama and Grandma didn't have Albert.
Oh, I thought they had used this when you were a kid too.
No, they did. They did it from scratch.
Like they ground the corn?
No. They
Girl, help me out.
They didn't go that far.
Oh!
What I'm saying is they had their own recipe with cornmeal and flour and bacon. Yeah, they just didn't have.
They didn't have this brand. Oh, see, I thought you grew up using this same brand. I stand corrected, family. I stand
No,
corrected.
actually, I don't know what brand it was because Dad always bought stuff home with the 10-pound flour sack and 10 pounds of cornmeal. You know what I'm saying? Stuff came, and the Lord came in a big old can like this. Because they didn't go to the store every day, remember?
A lot of stuff. Did you guys grow corn?
Oh, yeah, but they didn't make cornmeal.
They didn't make cornmeal. Oh, okay. All right. What did you bake it in? Did you bake it on, I'm not trying to make you sound real old, but did you bake it on like an open fire or like did you have an oven?
No, we had, when I was real, we had a wood and coal stove.
A wood and coal
And that
stove.
was worse, summer and winter. And so, yeah, in the summer you had wood and coal. And so, yeah, you sweat a lot, but they were used to it.
But in the wintertime, it probably kept you warm.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a heater too for the house.
Oh, I remember when we first got our first, I guess it was called coal oil.
Coal oil?
Oh, was it gas? Yeah, it was gas because we had a tank. See, my daddy did. No, go ahead, girl, go cook.
We cooking. Tell the story. Tell the story. No, you gotta tell the story. I want to know. We gonna keep on cooking.
And
I'm gonna whisk up these eggs while she's telling this story.
And see, Daddy had a real job from 3 to 11 when he was a boiler keeper at a wood place where they did wood. Anyway, but during the daytime before he went to work, he would clean up the white folks' houses and just do all jobs because my dad always had a truck, and he would clean out the basement and whatever. But so they were always giving my daddy stuff. The white folks was always giving my daddy stuff. So this white woman gave my daddy a gas stove. Oh, green gas stove.
Green.
Oh yeah, green was back in the day. See, if you go back, green was the popular color.
Yeah, green was the popular color.
Right.
Like that olive green, pea green.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, oh Jesus Christ, Daddy brought over this gas stove, and Mama and Grandma. Jake, what is that thing? That's the truth, right?
Really?
So Mama and Grandma said, we ain't gonna cook on that thing, Jake. You just gonna blow up the whole house and kill everybody in here. That is the truth. And
They wouldn't cook on the modern stove.
So Dad,
I would be scared to cook on the wood burning stove.
no, we had that down pat. But see, so Daddy ordered this big white tank to go in the backyard that had the gas in it.
Oh.
And so now you had to, oh Jesus, you had to hook up the stove to the those, thing. So the white man came out and he hooked it up, right? So we, all four of us, we standing at the kitchen door, and Mama and Grandma in there fussing their daddy. You gonna kill? I mean, they were serious about it too. You gonna kill everybody up in here? We ain't cooking on that thing, Jake. And of course, my grandmother, her voice was louder than my mama's.
Oh Lord.
Oh Jesus, yeah, because she had come to live with us. But anyway, for about 2 weeks, if I can remember, Daddy had to cook.
Oh, and he wasn't used to cooking because men didn't really do that, huh?
Yeah, but Daddy knew how to cook.
He knew how.
Yeah, he knew how to cook. But Mom and Grandma wouldn't cook on it.
This is 2/3 cup of oil because we're doubling the recipe. So this 2/3 cup oil.
But that is, they were serious about that.
And I have 2 cups of milk.
Oh yeah, because they were scared.
They were scared. So
when you scared, I mean, you just scared.
Yeah.
And so we would stand in the kitchen door and watch Daddy cook, right? And so Daddy had to cook on this stove because Mama and Grandma wouldn't, and we were scared to get close to the stove, right?
Oh my!
To this gas stove. No, this is the honest to God's truth. So finally, Mama, I guess the woman in her kicked in. And she went in the kitchen, and I remember she cooked some eggs first. But see, you have to have a match to light the stove.
Oh Lord!
Now that was some scary stuff right there. For real, it really was.
Really?
And then anyway, to make a long story short, finally she started cooking, and then Grandma started cooking when Mama started cooking. But let me tell you, see, when Tiger, my son, brought home this microwave.
Oh, I remember the microwave when we were little. Same thing for us. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Remember?
So for you, it was an actual gas stove. For us, it was a microwave, and my mom would not let us use the microwave because she said, "You gonna blow the house?" Oh, that's so funny.
That's the truth.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So you don't want to overmix your cornmeal. Once you put your ingredients, your wet ingredients in there, don't stir it too much. You just want to stir it to blend it.
Right.
So we're done with that.
We're done with that. But now your skillet should be good and hot.
Oh, the skillet is not hot.
Oh no, your skillet should be good and hot because you're gonna get that bottom crust.
Okay, so I just turned the skillet on so the skillet can get hot. All right. And we'll come back once that's hot. All right, so our skillet is nice and hot. Be careful. And this is what you want to hear. You hear that sizzle? Yeah. That's what you want when you put this batter into the skillet. And use your rubber spatula to make sure you get all that goodness, because we're not wasting no food, huh? We're not wasting no good groceries. All right, so just make sure you get all of that goodness out of that bowl. And then spread it around. All right, and then immediately into a hot oven and let it rip. And about check it at a 30-minute mark. It depends on, come in here, Mama. It depends on your oven. So you just have to keep checking it. Start checking it at the 30-minute mark, depending on your oven's temperature. So 400, check it at the 30-minute mark. You stick a knife or in the center and make sure it come out clean. That's what you're looking for. It could take you 40 minutes. Just depends on your oven. All right, we'll see you back here in a minute. Our cornbread is, ooh, look at that. See that crack? Just right. Crack just right. That's what we're talking about. That's what you want. Woo wee. Woo. All right, let's bring it on over here. Woo. I'm happy. Look at that. Look at that. You ready? I'm ready. Now,
Remember, this hot. Now.
this is hot. This is hot.
It sounds rich and good.
It sounds like it should sound.
That's dinner right there.
Yes, it is. Let's go in there. Spatula.
Mama's first.
Yes, ma'am. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hot, 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 hot.
Yeah.
Look at that. Crumbly.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
The holes in there, the air holes.
Yeah, see?
Mm-hmm.
Now, people have told me, I can't make cornbread. It always sinks in the middle. I can almost guarantee you it's because you did not mix your dry ingredients thoroughly enough before you added the wet ingredients.
Or you used too much milk.
You used too much milk and your oven wasn't hot enough. Right. So it should have a pretty dome on it like this.
Crack.
And a crack. I'm just gonna have a little piece.
Well, I want my milk on my while it's hot.
Here's some milk.
Lord have mercy. Reduce fat.
Why are you clowning our milk?
Reduce fat. Come on.
Oh. Let me have some.
You want for real milk.
Well, you know.
I want the first one to be warm.
Yes, it has to be warm.
Look at that bottom crust.
I'm telling you, isn't that bottom crust beautiful? Oh my gracious.
See, when you can chew in your tongue, and it's all matching together, the chewing in your tongue, and you can, thank God you can taste.
Listen, you're right. But see,
And I can still taste it.
and you don't want to let it sit real long in the milk and get real soggy. Those little crunchy bites from the bottom crust mixed in with the little softness from the interior of the cornbread.
I need some more milk.
So good.
There you go. But I like those first few bites to be warm.
Yes. And sometimes as I'm eating it, it'll get a little too cool for me, and I'll pop it in the microwave and warm it back up. Ooh, girl, see? I'm my mama's daughter. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching Good Groceries with Tiffany. Don't forget to subscribe and like my channel. You eating good in the neighborhood? All right. God bless you. This can be another Thanksgiving side or
Lunch, breakfast.
And so the reason we double the recipe is because we like to have enough for dressing and enough to eat on your plate with your collard greens, because you like to dip your cornbread in the collard green juice.
Of course.
I don't like to do that because I don't like the way that tastes on my cornbread.
That's you. You got that right.
Yes, ma'am.
You really do.
Thank you.
That's the thing about food.
Yes.
You got that right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. All right. Thank you for watching. God bless you and happy Thanksgiving.
Love you.